All right, Kyle. This is the old gold on the left and new blue on the right there, just doing that little drill I gave you. In so many ways, man, there are a lot of good things going on about your swing, but one of the differences between your swing and the tour players, remember, through impact was the way your arms looked and your hands looked. And here on this little drill I gave you, man, the very first try, buddy, even without a practice, or you did some practice swings, but we didn't record them. But look how much better those hands and arms look. Just with that little drill right there, man. And then this same swing on our right, the new blue. I'll be done in about 15 minutes with it. And then this new blue swing on our right looks a lot better than the old gold swing on the left. Again, relative to the way those arms look through impact, where you don't see any of that left arm at all on the new blue, because those arms extend out in front of your shoulders instead of over here. Those arms are a little bit scrunched back on the old gold stuff. And that'll help your long irons. And the driver swing looked the same. Both of them were nice down playing the iron swing and the driver swing. It's one of the reasons you hit that big, long, strong draw there, buddy, in a nice way. From here, again, those hands, that leg went outside that line a little bit, and those arms kind of scrunched back. That left hand is still on top. And then relative to the putt, chip, and the pitch, let me show you this. This is a good description. This is our 7th hole, right? You've played here enough over the years, right? So this is our 7th hole. This is one of my young students about 4 years ago. 10 balls teed up on the front of the gold one, so I think he's about 90 yards there, and I think he's hitting about a 6-iron because he was only about 10 or 11 years old. And you see it bounced in front of the green? So instead of being mad that it's 30 or 40 feet left, he, and I'd want you, and I am, would consider that the goodness of that first approach as the same goodness of the second approach. Because he left a putt. First one might go in for birdie. We'll take it. But the main thing is just don't three putt. Just hit that first putt the perfect distance. So the swing was better there, so you hit it more solid, didn't bounce in front. It stopped on a dime. Looks like you got that one a little more fat. Yeah, it landed in front. Let's see, the results are the same. And notice he's aimed left because he could leave a pitch in that rough there. See, so he knows that about the left edge of that bunker is where he's aimed. Now he pushed it to the right. Now he looks like a hero. But probably not going to change the score. He might make the birdie putt. Right over there. So that's consistency. Not hitting every shot perfectly, but controlling your full swing miss as well. You see what I mean? And if he had missed it out here in front of the green on any of them, he could just chip up there. Like you just did those 4 of those 5. The first time you'd ever even tried an 8-iron, hit all 4 of them perfectly. See, so this is his perfect target. So he missed some to the left, some to the right. But he has pretty much all uphill putts or chips. That's what you're after. So that's the best thing I can do to help your chipping, is really learn how to pick good targets, know the shapes of greens, the depths of greens, and then try to leave a putt or a chip with that 8-iron instead of the pitch with a sand wedge. And if you do get a sand wedge pitch, just say, hey man, main thing I need to do is just make sure I get on the green, get a bogey at worst. All right. All right, man. Any questions about those things or comments? This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and think they're looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we can come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.